Published 0724 EDT, 19 September 2017. Updated 0913 EDT, 19 September 2017. Adrian Beaumont, 46, from Bristol, died at the scene of the tragic collision on the M5 at South Gloucester. Sharia Fatharoftwo, who died in a horror crash on the M5, has been pictured for the first time. Adrian Beaumont, 46, from Bristol, died at the scene of the tragic motorway collision in South Gloucestershire on Saturday. Mr. Beaumont was driving a Seat Leon with his 42-year-old partner and their two children, aged 12 and 10, when he crashed. His partner is fighting for her life in hospital, while his children remain in a stable condition. A Royal Marine, who pulled the family from the wreckage, described the scenes as harrowing. Alex Morgan, 27, rescued the two young children trapped by their seatbelts inside the burning vehicle, which had flipped and rolled halfway down a bank. He leapt straight out of his car, driven by his girlfriend Haley O'Connor, after seeing a dark vehicle lying upside down on the motorway. Mr. Morgan said, "For me, instinct just kicked in straight away. For work you get a bit of experience and training in first aid, but this was by far the worst road traffic collision that I have seen in this country. It was harrowing. I've seen some dark things during my time, but you never expect to see something like this in the UK." He added the children in the backseat were in floods of tears. They were clearly very scared about what was happening. Adrian Beaumont, 46, from Bristol, died at the scene of the tragic collision on the motorway at South Gloucestershire on Saturday. Picture it: after pulling the youngsters from the wreckage, Mr. Morgan decided to escort them away from the crash via the boot so that they couldn't see their parents' condition. He said, "I couldn't put a figure on how old they are, but they were certainly young children. I would say that the girl was teenish and the lad about 11. We took the decision to get them out of the car straight away so that they could get some treatment and to calm them down. Because of the condition that their parents were in, I decided to take them out in such a way that they couldn't see the front of the car by the boot." Effectively, police forensics officers sift through the wreckage of the horror crash on the M5. The front of the car was on fire, and we had to go and get some fire extinguishers from a nearby caravan to put them out. The woman looked to be unresponsive, but when I checked her pulse, she clearly had one. I could tell straight away that the dad was dead. Me and some other helpers looked for a pulse, but you could just tell by the way that his body was contorted that he was gone. The woman kept on moving in and out of consciousness, and because the car kept lighting up again, we had to get her out of there, which we did. She was bleeding from her nose and looked to be in a really bad way. I'm still very concerned for her now.